my friends, Juicyfroot Reviews. I'm your host, Juicy, and thank you for watching. This is our 6th episode. The show focuses on reviewing scripts, movies, filmmaking, and music provided to film and TV and much more. So sit back and enjoy that ride. In this episode, we're going to review the 2021 box office data. We're going to analyze it. We're going to look at certain things like top hits to date, most money, longest on the charts, and more. But before we do that, make sure you smash that like or thumbs up button. Go ahead and follow us, comment, do all that neat stuff. We want to hear what you thought of this episode and what you think will make great content in the future. What movies or scenes, TV shows, or music like soundtracks that you want us to explore? You know you want to do it, so do it. There are a couple of websites that I usually go to. IMDb is one, and they have a site that's called Box Office Mojo, and that's the screen that you see now, and it tells us different things both for domestically, international, all kinds of different things. So let's go ahead and explore this together. As you can see across the top, we have domestic, international, worldwide. You can do it by calendar, all time, showdowns, I guess, if you're comparing different things, and then indices. And then under the domestic, we have anything from daily all the way up to seasonal or holiday, and yearly is what we're looking at today. So as you can see, the first top 5 movies, that's just for 2021. I'm not sure if any of these were released in 2020. I don't think so. That's why they're under the 2021 heading. So we have number 1 is Black Widow. Number 2 is F9, The Fast Saga. That's the Fast and Furious. And then A Quiet Place Part 2, we have Godzilla vs. Kong and Jungle Cruise. From there we got Cruella and others. So you can see the different amounts that they have actually grossed for the year to date. Black Widow made $181 million, and that was released from Walt Disney. The Fast and Furious belongs to Universal Pictures, made $172 million, $160 for A Quiet Place, and then $100,000 for the remaining 3. And you can see that these aren't really going to be any Oscar winners, if anything. And you can tell by the numbers that they're not doing very well. Openings, if you can look further into here, you can see that Black Widow on the number 1 chart made $80 million in just the opening. So that means they made $100,000 since its release in July 9th. So you can kind of look at these numbers. You can see what different types of data you can look at. From here you can see international numbers going by countries, individual countries, or you can do it as a whole, as a group, and choose international, and you can see the different ones that are number 1 spot. And it looks like for this weekend. So last weekend it'll show you different numbers, movies. Free Guy, I hear that's a great movie. I haven't seen it. I don't know anything about it. I might go see that. So here's another site that I found, the numbers-com. Well, I'm sorry, then the dash symbol numbers.com. And what it shows us is we got numbers that are matching what we found in IMDb. And you're not going to find too many changes from site to site, no matter what you choose. So as you can see, Black Widow is number 1, and that's considering the gross. I'm not sure if they look at anything else but that. So the genres we have are action for the first 2, horror for the 3rd, action, and then adventure. $181 million isn't bad for a yearly gross, but for a Marvel movie that was anticipated for so many years to make not even crack $500 million, that's with a B, $500 million, is maybe it's indicative of what's going on in the comic book movie world. Maybe there's fatigue there, too many, so close together, COVID, you name it. There's all kinds of reasons why maybe it didn't make the mark. Perhaps it's the movie as well. I hear bad reviews about it, and then I hear, well, it wasn't that bad. You be the judge, right? All I can show you is the numbers here. You can see the release dates as well. So if you want to figure out, okay, which one made the most for the year to date, if something was released back in February and did pretty well, but then kind of fizzled out, as opposed to something that's been in June but did really well, you know, the numbers are going to be skewed. So how do you reconcile that? Try to align the dates a little more, or take off so much revenue off the gross, and then determine how many months each of that. I don't know. I really don't know. You have to go by weekends, I would imagine. Opening weekends, of course, is the most important. And how many, you know, what happened in the second week, that's also important too, because that will set the tone for how long the movie actually stays released in theaters. Now, Black Widow had another negative against it, in that Disney decided to release it on their streaming service while it was being played in the theaters. And so, of course, the numbers are also going to be skewed for that as well. I don't know if that was the same thing for the Fast Saga. I doubt it. Universal Pictures, I believe, handles those that release. So maybe they did the same thing. It's like they don't understand. We could make more money if we actually did release it in theaters, and then after a month or 2 weeks, we can see how, you know, the trend's dropping off, and then we can go ahead and decide, hey, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and release it on the streaming service now, and get the most bang for the buck, right? The latest movie that came out on August 13th was Free Guy. It's sitting in number 7 spot right now at 80 million. The earliest one, let's see, there's one February 26th. That was Tom and Jerry. Anything in January? I don't think so. No, they have November 25th. So there are some movies here. The Croods, A New Age, 2020. That was in November of last year, of course. And then Wonder Woman 1984, released in December. Actually released on Christmas here domestically. I'm surprised. I guess there are people that go out to the movies on Christmas Day. Hey, if you like this episode of Juicyfroot Reviews, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you know every time I drop a video. We'd love to have you join our Juicyfroot Reviews family. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The links are in the description box below. We appreciate your support at Juicyfroot Productions because it provides us the resources and access we need to keep bringing you content like this. I'm Juicy from Juicyfroot Productions and Robb Entertainment Corporation, and we want to thank you for watching the video, and thanks for the memories. Follow me to the place I know you want to go.